Going wink on the line and air bridge collapsing.
There's the sponsor. Kevin.
Behind the battles at the top of the standings, there was plenty going on among the various classes. Let's see who came out on top. With regular driver Terry Smith concentrating on the gravel rounds, Kenny Fogo had found a seat in Dan Chambers' Ford Ka. Dan and Kenny really enjoying the run to 69th overall. And Kenny will be back for the Scottish, missing Argyll to celebrate his wife's birthday. Scott Gourley was making his first start of the season, with Greg Alcorn making his first ever rally start. They lost the rear right pads on the first loop, Scott clamping the pipe on the road section to make sure they at least had front brakes. The afternoon was better, and they took 73rd at the finish. Ian Forgan and Callum Young were out in Ian's Tarmac Championship winning Ka. Unfortunately, they were forced out early with engine problems. Alistair Brearley and Jerry Bryden endured a difficult morning with no intercom, and things didn't improve for the Mark II, sadly retiring on the final stage. Karen Tate Logan was out navigating for her dad Ian in their lovely Mark II, but unfortunately it wasn't quite so lovely after an argument with a telegraph pole. Ian blaming the council, of course, for planting the pole in the wrong place. They survived to take 78th overall.
It's been great so far, it has. Massive baptism of fire, as you'd expect, but to actually experience what I've been talking about and writing about for years is great. It's good fun. I don't really want it to end, to be honest. Today's it's a longer day than yesterday, but I hope it's even longer, so I don't want to get out of this seat.
Former SRC press officer Luke Barry was fulfilling a lifelong dream, competing in his home rally. The Reivers was a tough day, losing power steering on both loops of stages, the Fiesta finishing 79th overall.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It's nice to be back in the SRC. Really enjoyed the nationals. Stages yesterday were really good, and it's the ones we did on the Reivers last year, so at least I'd done them before, which was good. Really nice to be back in my own car, and yeah, excited for today.
'72nd overall, Ashley Morris and Martin Haggett were making the return to the SRC after last year's Galloway Hills accident. Despite some concerns over the clutch, they were building the pace back up steadily all event. Ashley slowly regaining her confidence. Emily Easton-Page was making a return to the SRC alongside Mike East for the first time, the Fiesta surviving a big moment at a chicane during the day on its way to a solid 48th overall. Sandy and Ian Arbuthnot's day started with a stage maximum after the throttle cable broke in stage 1. They carried on, salvaging 81st overall by the finish after coming out of the first stage in 108th. Rue Campbell and Josh Patterson endured a difficult day in the Sunbeam. Fuel feed issues all afternoon, making the second loop a slog. Rue deciding to miss Argyll to make sure he can get the engine back to full health before the return to the woods at the Scottish. Fraser McNichol and Neil Ross guided their escort to 55th overall. Fraser saying he wasn't driving fast enough, but they were having issues with the brakes. The rear arches bearing a few scars after an argument with a chicane in the second loop. This was the only shot we managed to get of Gordon Murray and Terry Mallon, the escort out early in stage 1. David Wilson's difficult season continued, the BMW's engine letting go in stage 4, right in front of our camera.
Oh, he's got the corner right this time, no, hasn't he?
Ian Baumgart and Dave Robson headed into the halfway service in 29th overall in their Impreza, but unfortunately transmission failure would put them out in SS4.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous, obviously a bit of a different car, but yeah, I'm just planning to take it easy and get used to it. I've not really driven it yet. The first time I drove it was to Scrutineering last night and to the house after. So yeah, a bit nervous.
Who's more nervous, you or your dad though?
Yeah, he's pretty nervous too. I think I'm going to be shouted at all day.
59th overall in her first experience of four-wheel drive. It was a good day out for Megan O'Kane in her dad's Impreza. Megan and John quickly discovered the anti-lag wasn't working, and neither was the handbrake. The gearbox was also making some interesting noises, but it held together, giving Megan her first ladies' win of the season.
Fünf, vier, drei, eins. Go here, Michael. 100. Right 8. 60.
Mike Motes and Gary McDonald enjoyed another fun day out at the Clark. The Impreza crew deciding to use the day to begin learning German with the stage start countdowns, and Gary had sprinkled an occasional joke into the notes mid-stage. They took a solid 56th overall at the finish. Barry Young took the maximum co-drivers points in M6. Sitting alongside Stephen Chalmers in his Impreza, they had been frustrated by the seeding in the morning, catching cars on every stage. The afternoon was better, only getting held up on one test, giving them 36th overall.
I really enjoyed it last year, so yeah, looking forward to it. I'm a bit too relaxed because I've been hanging about since Friday, so I feel I should be getting a bit more excited, but I will on the line, no doubt.
Do you think that's helped your nerves, just kind of being about it with John being out Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, it probably has actually. It's not often I get a few days to relax before a rally like that, so yeah, it's probably done me a lot of good, yeah.
Aileen and John Forrest survived a big moment at the jump that claimed Gary Pearson, understandably backing off for the rest of the first stage. The second loop saw Aileen make a mess of the notoriously tight triangle junction in Eccles, resulting in a 17-point turn. The Evo pilot taking second in the ladies, maintaining her points lead. David McLeod and Eamon Boyle were keen to try out the Sunbeam's new engine on the tarmac for the first time. Things went pretty well, although they found they were running out of tyres in the heat. That led to a few hairy moments as the Sunbeam did what Sunbeams do and went very sideways at any opportunity. 51st was their reward.
I'm not feeling too good about the tar, but I'll just do my old and slow bit as normal. So, no, it's tarmac's different, but hey, it's amazing buzz here, and it's good to be out, so happy days.
I'm just pretending we're out for a normal Sunday run, but when we go whoosh, I will know that we're not.
Unfortunately, Ernie and Patricia Lee's day ended early with a broken prop shaft. Jim Robertson and Mike Curry made it to the finish in their Mark II, Mike taking top co-drivers' points in the class, but it was another tough day at the office for the Escort crew, finishing 71st overall, way off their normal pace after a collection of issues with the car. Taking his first Haddo Energy Super Seniors win of the season, it was a successful weekend for Richard Stewart in the 208. With Mark Roberts in the hot seat this time out, Richard had run well in the national event and continued that momentum on the Reivers. There was a big wobbly moment after a jump on the opening loop, but they survived to finish an excellent 45th overall.
It's been going pretty well. Until the last stage, we made an absolute haddy of a corner in the last stage, and we got stuck for about 20 seconds. Yeah, it was about 20 seconds. So it was absolutely sickening. I mean, really sickening. But hey, overall, it's been brilliant. So thank you very much.
John Rintoul and Ross Hines' day ended early with a burst radiator in stage 1. Stewart and Mark Irvin enjoyed an interesting day. With the i20's engine turned up to full for the first time, they caught another competitor in stage 2 and survived the mother of all tank slappers in stage 3. 37th overall was their reward as they continued to learn the new car. Bob Adamson and Will Atkins were one of the crews to be held up in stage 1 with Ian Wilson's off. The rest of the day, Bob was struggling to comprehend just how quick a Rally 2 Fiesta can be on these stages. 16th overall was another solid result.